I met an Islamic fundamentalist online. We had such an interesting conversation, so I thought I'd share this with you. He had only one question. He said, look, you've got Western governments who are going all around preaching democracy and all that as a smokescreen to plunder, murder, butcher. Muslim blood has been flowing like a river over the last 30 years. All because of these so-called liberators who are supplying rulers of Muslim countries like Saudi Arabia with their usual porn and Viagra and whatever it is that tickles their fancies, in exchange getting all this oil from them. Now, it's either that, or if they resist, then America will seek regime change through NED and fuck knows what. I mean, the CIA really is the parallel government of the United States of America. And as a result, we all suffer. Why? Because we are all suffering under these rulers. They don't have free press. So people in these Muslim countries just are basically slaves of the rulers. You can't displease them or they'll lock you up and throw away the key. So we are like cannon fodder. And there's only so much of oppression that we can take. So we retaliate with this suicide bombing and all that. Basically, to speak to the West, the only language that they understand, that the language of force. And you on your channel start talking all about this utopian state, we all love each other, turn the other cheek and all. That's because you're sitting down in some comfortable country. You don't have to carry the cross that we are carrying. So I let him vent for a little while. Then when he finished, I said, okay, let me have some questions for you. Do you understand that Western governments are in place because of the people who vote for them? He says, yes, I agree. So don't you think that they have to justify their actions to the people in order to stay in power? And he said, yes, I agree. I said, how do you think they do this? Let's say they are about to drop a nuclear bomb somewhere, like they did on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Don't you think that they have to justify this to the people? How do they justify this? Through the media, public relations and media. So then is the true weapon of mass destruction. It's the media. It took him a while to understand that. But finally he said, yes, actually, come to think of it, you're right. So I said, well, instead of you going around with suicide vest, killing yourself, which basically means that's the end of your life, and you're not of much use to anybody, dead, and taking other people's lives, what's going to happen? The media is controlled by the West, most accepted media. So they will put out, as I say, history is always written by the victors. So they put out all these labels that they are the great benefactors, the great liberators, the voice of God, the conscience of the world, the moral police. Y'all are all the terrorists. In essence, both are terrorists. Anyone who causes terror, who takes the life of innocents, regardless, are terrorists. Following this eye for an eye, where has it got you? See, I'm a guy from the private sector. I just go by the results. So where has this got you? So at that point he says, well, do you think we have the money to build another New York Times or Wall Street Journal or CNN? So I asked him, I said, who gives a flying fuck for any of these channels today? You think people who wake up in the morning think, before I have my coffee, I've got to watch CNN. Oh, I couldn't go for a shit for the last 4 weeks because my subscription to the Wall Street Journal hasn't yet been renewed. Everyone is on TikTok and Big Bock and Facebook, all this rubbish. So you don't need trillions of dollars to put your message out there. So start a following, put your message out there, and then it's up to the people to judge. Now, if you come out with all this religious bollocks, I tell you, you won't be building a channel. You come out with the truth. Expose what is happening. If you can't because you're in a country that censors these things, get your friends in other countries to do it. So get this message out there, because I can tell you this eye for an eye will only end up with the whole world becoming blind. It will achieve absolutely nothing. So don't believe these politicians. Don't believe these religious leaders. They don't have a solution. The real solution is what you have come to me for. I've just given it to you. Grow your following. Showcase the truth the way it is, with all the photographs, everything, and that's going to sway public opinion against these governments. You will have good people moving to the streets to protest, to take your cause to the real court, the court of public opinion. This is how you win this battle. So I hope you guys like this. I hope he liked it. He certainly liked it. He said he liked it. So feel free to repost this. Share it with the people who deserve to learn this message. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you have any suggestions, any remarks, put them in the comments section. Together we can change this world.